Good morning. Good morning. My name is Sekou, and you are watching Get Rich 101. I'm trying to adjust myself here. So let's see. Let me put this over here. Nelson is right here. So I'm just trying to avoid Nelson. All right. So welcome. Welcome to Get Rich 101. I'm your host. No, yes, I'm your host. I'm Sekou, and I am the author of this book. Here it is. Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. Please get it. Please get it. Please get it. It's a brilliant book. It really is. It really is. It will help you get past whatever you're thinking about, you're going through. It'll help you get through it. Okay, so that said, thanks to New Thought Media Network for allowing me the space and this opportunity to grow. And yeah, and that's it, I think. Oh, and also, I am not your financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. So take what I say with a grain of salt. Do your own research. All right? Okay. So let's get started. So I'm feeling I'm feeling some pep in my step. Which is important because yesterday I did not feel that way. And today, up until I pressed play just now, I was not feeling it. Because I haven't even run myself today. But I feel pep. I feel some pep. So let's go. Hopefully we won't need to do an early show. Okay, so what do we need to do? Oh, I forgot to pull it up on my phone. But what we need to do is we need to talk about the Cat Chronicles. I'm sorry I'm laughing. It tickles me so much. Now, so Fee's been gone for about a week, and she got back last night. Yay! Shout out to Fee. She's back. And Nelson and I have had this cool thing with the bed, right? You know, I lay down to go to sleep. He comes, checks on me, goes away, comes back. Like, it gets the whole thing. We got space. But last night, it was a complete absence of space. And I just have to show you this. This is so funny. So first of all, let me tell you this. I'm hearing purring. I'm hearing purring intensely. I was like, purring. Right here, like right on my ear. I was like, what's he doing? I can't see anything with Greg. I got my phone up and took a picture, and this is what I got. Look at this. Look at that. That cat is just snuggling. I'm sorry. It tickles me. It tickles me to no end. So he was doing like that, just curled up on me. Curled up. Yeah, and B and I were trying to come to grips with whether or not I was going to show this picture, but yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Anyway, that's funny. So I told B that I think what's happening with the cat is that Nelson is taking advantage of me because I am calling out for something within myself, and I think that's what the cat's doing. So anyway, that's a very cute photo. I was like, what is this purring right in my ear? So funny. Okay. So that said, I wanted to talk about the run, but I haven't done the run today. I've not done the run today. Yeah, so no run today. And I think I'm at 5:21, I think I'm at 5:21. So that's progressive stint we got going. Okay, so let's see. I told Fee that we were going to do Q&A today. We're going to do Q&A today. So that means I was going to put out the question and ask you to ask me questions, because I'm doing this because the more and more I do personal training, the more I'm seeing that I'm that much further ahead with my show than people are dealing with. Right. So I'm trying to get more in sync. So I'm asking you to ask me what you want to know. What you want to know. So hopefully someone's watching today. Hopefully someone's asking some questions. Hopefully we'll get something going. Okay, now let me see. Let me check the comments. That cat loves Sekou right there. That cat is so funny. So funny. Don't make me start laughing again. Make me start laughing. All right, so Feed King is inviting her whole posse of people. She's still talking about this cat. And then, all right, well, no questions yet. Feed King has invited everyone, but I'm the host with the most. Thank you, Feed King. Thank you, Feed King. And all right, so no questions yet, but I'm asking for questions. So if you got some questions, ask the questions. Meanwhile, let's get back to the show. So what I was trying to explain the other day, that was just yesterday. As I was trying to explain the other day, is that Reverend Mel, when she remixed what I did, she gave it new legs. And Fee says she has a question, so we'll wait for her question to come in. So whenever she comes in with a question, we'll have a question. We'll pop in to get a question answered. But anyway, so Reverend Mel gave it legs. Like, I don't know how else to put it, but she gave my situation legs because I've been thinking about it, talking about it in a very specific way. Like, this is how you do weekend hustle. You buy it on end of the day Friday, you sell it first thing Monday. What she did is she did it all on Monday. So that's great for someone like her who's busy all the time. She doesn't have the time to like check in on Friday and then check in on Saturday. Like, what happens is she can check everything at once, 15 minutes once, and that be it. And she also she said she developed two minds. And that gave me the idea, and I need to write my own rules now. Like, I have rules, and I have rules. I didn't realize I had rules, but she was like, yeah, I was trying to stick to 15 minutes. Trying to 15 minutes. And I was like, oh, well, I did 15 minutes because I don't want to miss my own show, right? And so I don't want to be too distracted while I'm doing the show. So that's why I do it 15 minutes. But now I have someone who's like, I got to do it in 15 minutes. And their 15 minutes helped out because she was fighting with herself because she was like, I can hold on a little longer. No, he said to sell. I can hold on a little longer. No, he said to sell. And she said that she let the part of me that was asking her to sell longer went out. No, to sell went out. So she sold. And then after she sold, she saw it went down. And she was like, whoa, that's right. Because that's one of the things you have to. Sorry, Nelson's doing something. So when you're trying to do something, when you're trying to sell something, that's when everything happens. Because we can talk about it. We can talk about it till the cows come home and we're sitting on the sofa. Yeah, I would do this, I would do that, I would do that. But once you get in it, there's nothing that can compare. And that's why I voted for using it as without a demo. So demo, is you using it for a well, it's like a trial you put on, right? And you put the trial on, and then you can bet with any amount of money, and just play, just play, and so you can just go with with without anything, which is just playing with it. My problem with that is I started off doing that. My problem with that was that you don't get any oomph, you don't get any zest, you don't get any joie de vie, you don't get anything because you're just playing with money, playing with fake money, right? Once you turn it to real money, no matter how small the amount is, you start feeling it. You start like, oh, this is my money now. I'm messing with my money. So that's what you've got to fight yourself with. You got to fight yourself with. All right. All right. Now let me see what B King's question was. B King's question was. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. What has been the biggest win since being engaged for the first time? The biggest win since being engaged? That's what you're saying, Fee? Well, being being engaged has been the biggest thing. Being engaged has been the biggest thing. You know, this is far away from the money stuff, but we'll get back to money stuff shortly. But but mm, I think that I didn't realize how many people were embellished, like kind of ensconced in me. And I didn't realize that because I didn't have my memory, right? And so what happened is that when I got engaged, like all these people came out of the woodwork to me, came out of the woodwork, and they're like, "Congratulations!" And like it was overwhelming for me. It's overwhelming. I still don't think I responded to those people. I'm sorry to say, because it was overwhelming to me. But for me, I was like, I'm I'm super happy. I'm super happy, and and the the tips that have come back in memories from people like like Corby cracking jokes about when we get married. I was like, ain't nobody married. Ain't nobody get married, kid. You know, like I didn't know, and yet he was picking up on something way back when, because we've been knowing each other for years, a long time. And so I think the thing that the biggest win since being engaged for the first time is being engaged for the first time. You know, I mean, that's been the greatest thing. It's been the greatest thing, and have someone to who can that you can hold on to and figure out things together with. It's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So thank you, Fee King. Thank you, Fee King. Let's see what those other questions you got. You've been asking. Let me see what's also. Let's see. There's another one from Fee King. when you when you when you imagine on the screen of your mind being a millionaire, what do you see? What do you feel? What feelings come up for you? Well, I've had an interesting life. I've had an interesting life, and the more I remember these things, the more I remember them, I'm like, wow, I did that. And so I am not. I'm not like chasing something in my head. In my head, I'm already feeling the things because, like, I mean, for the car industry alone, those of you that know about me test driving cars, that is a world unto itself. That is a world unto itself. So all the lessons that I can pull, that I can extract from that world is, I mean, it's beautiful. Like I've been in top of line hotels, and I say that, and still you're not thinking about it. You think about something sweet. Like you don't understand. You don't understand. Like I've been in top of line hotels and top of line cars and top of line everything, and so I don't have to think about, oh, what would that be like? I just have to remember. I just have to remember how that was and apply it. See, before I was in I was I was I was enjoying it. Yeah, I was enjoying it, right? But now I'm thinking about it in terms of how do I get it? How do I get it? How do I get it? How do I alter my life so that I can afford to live this lifestyle that I've already existed for free, right? And so that's the crux of the matter, you know. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Because like it's all about how you think about things differently in your head. Because I was on that car circuit for years, and I was having fun. But once you start thinking differently, once you start thinking differently, different things start to happen. Different things start to occur to you. So my mindset now is about how do I make this happen for me? How can I make this happen? Right? Okay. All right. Let me see what else we got. What else we got? All right. I agree. Good answer. All right. And that makes sense. Thoughts become things. Thoughts become things. Yes. Thoughts become things. Yeah. Um, yeah. But what am I trying to say? I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. You could have the same experience day after day, week after week, month after month. The same experience. You could go to the same places where you work, right? But you never think about the building that you work in. You never think about the building that you work in, right? How many of you have thought about the building that you work in? Like, how much does this did this? How much did this? Did, how much did this building cost? Right? Like, how much did this building cost? How much did this this vase cost? This oh mute me. Testing, testing. Okay. So yeah, so that's what I mean. Like you could live your whole existence without thinking about the minutia. The minutia. How are you going to find this building? You know, I walk around Times Square all the time, and I look at how few people look up. Look up. And I don't understand it because I look up all the time now. Now, post stroke Sekou, I look up all the time. But I see people kind of guided missiles, like just going from place to place, just going, but without looking up. And when you look up in Midtown Manhattan, there's a whole world above you. There's a whole world. Like there's parks. There's 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 a guy across the street from me who has a train set. He's erected a train set. Like what? Now I had to get up into my building in order to see down, but you could look around. You could look. I wonder what's up there. We would never think of. There's a grown man with a train set. No children, just him. Train set outside on his patio. It's just amazing to me how twisting your mind can shape everything for you, right? But not shifting your mind will just keep everything the same. But matter of fact, I'm just going to say this last thing. So, B. King told me about these doctors that she picked up in Baltimore, and there were three of them, and they were talking about everything. But they weren't thinking about money the right way. The right way. Now, these are three doctors, three different doctors from three different areas, like, and they're just talking their there was some kind of convention going on, but they're just talking, and they're talking about money in the wrong way. Like, one of them was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna let my kids figure it out when it comes to money." Like, what? Like, you gonna let your kids figure it out when it comes to money? Like, don't you understand that you are the person? You are the person that fixes it. Not only are you the person to fix it, like, if you haven't figured it out, then it's not. No one's going to figure it out because there's a third tier. Let's say there's a third tier. There's, regular folks. There's folks that have attained something. They've attained something. They're doctors, right? They're doctors. But beyond that is a level of which you've got to think about yourself. You've got to think about yourself as someone who is willing and able to earn at that extra level, because doctors, lawyers, all of these people that we look at the top of the tier are really only halfway. There's that upper tier that we've got to think about it. So you can be the one person in your family who switches a light, but becoming a doctor or lawyer isn't it, though, because it's not about what you do, it's about how you think. It's not about what you do, it's about how you think. So anyway, you could be doing this anywhere. You could be doing this. I told you my story, how I was making lots of money, but I wasn't studying. I wasn't shifting my money away somewhere. I just was blowing it. And then I started doing these things when I started shifting my money when I was doing DoorDash. Like, it was hard. It was much harder to me than shifting money with lots of money. Like, Anyway, all right. Oh, so B came in and said they were rectal surgeons. Rectal surgeons. Yes. It's a common rectal surgery conference in Baltimore. Yes. And what's you saying? It truly starts with a consistent and constant mind shift. Yeah, mind shift pivot. Yeah, because even some of you right now that are listening to me, it's like going over your head. And I did not understand that, because I thought that once I achieved a certain amount of money, that everything was fine. Everything was fine. Everything was going to be fine, right? I talked about this. It was Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt. He's a guy. We saw him last night in the 7 million. Was it the movie we were watching? I think the $7 million. It was Denzel. Denzel. We watched last night. Anyway, it was a remake of a previous movie. It was like Yul Brynner was the first guy to play him. Then there's then Denzel. But anyway, Chris Pratt was in that movie, and I'm laughing because I'm thinking about his video where he's talking about, he thought he made it. He got $75,000. $75,000. So he thought he had made it, and then 2 months later he was like, "Where'd all the money go?" Because you don't know where to put the money, and so he had to find someone to put the money with, to put the money. So this is why you hear about actors who keep on acting, and they're just trying to make things meet. Like, they've got lots of money, but let that money go, and there won't be anything left over. right? Because they're not setting aside money for generations, you know. So that's a difference in thinking. Like you got to think about not just the fame and the funny and the money that comes with that, but what to do with that money. What to do with that money. That's the important. All right. All right. So that's it. All right. So no more questions. All right. Then we're just gonna close it out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Phoebe is right here. She's saying she got another question. So let's find out. So while she's drafting her question, I want to. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see what we got. I think you mean if they stop acting, no more money is coming in because they didn't invest. They are still trading time for time. Yes. 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 See, that's what I'm saying. So thanks for phrasing it well for me, Pete. So what I'm saying is if they stop acting tomorrow, right? All these actors that you know, they got the big house, they got the fancy car, they got all the things. But if something happened, oh, because Sharon Stone, I just found out was a victim of a of a stroke. Did you know that? Because I just found out. I just found out Sharon Stone was a victim of a stroke, and that's where she's been. She's been recovering, and all her opportunities vanished. So if you're Sharon Stone and you don't know where to put the money, you think that you've made it because you're a star and you've got all this money and all this attention. But once that money disappears, once it's gone, it's gone. It's like me with earning $200,000 a year. Once that money is gone, it's no place for it to go. It's like it vanishes. You know, it just goes away. And you've got to be very diligent about where you put your money. That reminds me one. Okay, 10, 13. All right, I'm almost done now. One more thing. This guy who talks about money, and he was in the army, right? He was in the army with doing his thing. He read one of the charts and said, if you make a $100 investment every week for X amount of years, you'll be able to retire by becoming a millionaire by this a year. Now we've all seen those charts, right? We've all seen those charts. What he did was, I never thought of this, and it blew my mind. He thought, what if I want to be a millionaire before 31? What if I want to be a millionaire faster? So what he did was he shut off all his extracurricular activities. He spent more money on the stock market. More money on the stock market. He was putting $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month into the stock. And now he's chilling. He can do whatever he wants. He's chilling because he shifted his thinking. All right. I hope that got through. Oh, and his name is Chris Platt. Chris Platt. Yeah, Sharon Stone. Yeah. I'll look it up. Look it up on Instagram. Someone sent it to me. Shout out to Jason for sending it to me. That blew my mind. And let's see. Sounds like we all need to learn to prioritize ourselves and share the knowledge with others. Yes. All right, folks. Well, tomorrow, TV King's in the back of the building. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do our what's that called? Fiance Files. So tune in tomorrow for Fiance Files. I don't know why I can't get it today for Fiance Files. Yeah, and we'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for tuning in and thanks for hanging with me. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.